what's done on the watership.
Is definitely what's going to happen. You know, and then we have the pantomime, which is continuous success. And
Right.
the beauty about the pantomime is that it's fresh every year. You know,
Right.
you know, there's people out there that always wants to get involved. Such as
The man of the man that of course brought it all back might have been you were involved too. I understand, but the man that the brainchild of the resurrection of, if you like, of the pantomime was John McIntyre.
Yeah.
We have to hold him in very high regard for doing that. It's a big call, you know. It's a big ask to someone doing that kind of taking it under their wing like that and doing it, you know, revamping the whole thing.
It was a big thing first of all because when you John obviously felt the same way I did about acting and the fact that wasn't here anymore. John was in the pantomime for years, you know, starting from chorus, working his way up then to the final one, which was Cinderella in '92. That I was on as well. I was in the chorus, but John played John played the prince in that. So
I remember going to see that.
So his love for it was there, and I think he just got very frustrated at the fact that, you know, why can't we bring this back? So he and Martin had talked, and a few different people had talked, and then John approached me then, would I come on board, and my partner Anne, and the two of us did come on board. And as I say, we've seen the success last year, we've seen the success this year. It brings people together. There's people I haven't spoken to in a year that I met again this year, you know. So definitely brings the community together. It's a huge big headache, I would say, for John. But
and there's a lot of people around him too, which is a big help, you know, like yourself and Maura Harkin and numerous people that are really have the interest of it at heart, so that helps, like, yeah. But as far as the pantomime goes, that was a good success. A lot of the nights were sellouts. The first few nights, as you say, slow starting again with the pantomime, but it was my first ever one, and I really enjoyed it. And I'm sure, looking back on it now, what is your thoughts on the whole thing?
Very well, very good. The people involved in it, you know, the actors in it, for people to give up their time. I think a lot of people got to understand that. Like, a lot of people on the stage there have a full-time job during the day, or they have commitments during the day, or whatever it is, and then come home in the evening and set their stuff down. They might get something to eat, and then they're straight out the door and they're down rehearsing, and then the next thing they're on stage for it and all that sort of stuff. So I think them people have got to be commended, you know. The girls that the side of the stage, Katrina, Laura, Sheena Marie, William over at the other side, Joe operating the curtain. All, you know, I counted last year there was 103 involved in last year's performance. That was from fairies.
Wow, it's a lot of people.
Makeup, the people doing costume, you know. And I have to say one thing as well, and I hold the girl in a very high regard as Caroline Doherty, because Caroline Doherty fitted that whole cast out with them costumes.
Exactly. Yeah.
She was totally responsible for that. At the time then when the performance started, she had 3 or 4 helpers, whatever, running around. But that girl really went out of her way to ensure that the characters got what they had to get, so that they didn't look stupid on stage, basically, you know.
Right.
So,
that's the pantomime's all about. You played Dame Trot in the pantomime. Last year, your character was Dame as well, wasn't it? Or
Bishop,
Dame, what was his name?
Bishop.
Dame Bishop, very good. That was Little Red Riding Hood. As comparison this year to last year, how did you find the whole thing?
This year was a lot more relaxed, wasn't it? Because from last year, you know, I probably early days to say this yet, but I don't know. I'd maybe like to get involved more in the production end of it next year rather than on stage. Saying that, I went to Melton the other night, and we were chatting to the guys that put on their Melton one, and they informed me that their Dame was the same Dame for the last 30 years. So was Bunkrannon, you know. So
I'm sure, as an actor that can play so many different diverse roles, I'm sure you wouldn't like to be, 30 years down the line doing the Dame, you know what I mean?
No, but pantomime sort of gets in a tradition. People get used to going and seeing, we know definitely this here and that, and I wouldn't be a great fan of that. To be honest with you, we're trying to push Mr. Boyce towards putting a dress on next year, so You have to watch this space. I'm saying no.
Well, that's
There's chat of Mr. Boyce and Mr. Liam Skelly, but we don't know. That's all. We're in negotiations at the present time, you know.